A woman is somebody जिसको खुदा ने खुद एक दर्जा दिया, जहाँ है मेरे लिए मैं नहीं जहाँ के लिए. Culture is one of the biggest things to create gender roles. And liberation doesn't mean taking your clothes off. You know what current day feminists is. हर चीज में आपको आदाब की जरूरत पड़ती है. Liberty is not absolute, it is relational. If teasing is normal, kiss with Chena is very normal, it's very okay, it's being macho. It's not. I am as free as I want to be.
आपके स्कूल में नहीं पढ़ाया जा रहा है, आपके घर में नहीं पढ़ाया जा रहा है, तो आप कहाँ सीखोगे, आपको क्या पता चलेगा? फ़िरदौस बरूह है ज़मीन अस्त, अमीनस्तु अमीनस्तु अमीनस्त। अगर ज़मीन पे कहीं जन्नत है तो वो यहीं है, यहीं है, यहीं है। ये अल्फाज कश्मीर की खूबसूरती को बाखूबी बयां करते हैं और इसी खूबसूरत जगह के कुपवारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट से आती है आज की हमारी गेस्ट फराह ज़ैदी। फराह एक डेवलपमेंट प्रैक्टिशनर है who passionately advocates against gender-based violence. फराह ने इंडो ग्लोबल सोशल सर्विस सोसाइटी जैसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ ग्रास रूट लेवल पे काम किया है ताकि वो इस सोसाइटी में एक अवेयरनेस और चेंज ला सके। टुडे फराह uses her digital presence through videos and live sessions to raise awareness and talk about important topics around social justice. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this thought-provoking conversation with Farah Zaidi. Hi Farah, welcome to Vichar Wife Studio. Finally, हम यहाँ साथ में हैं.
Hi Noel, thank you so much. आप बहुत वक्त से हम चाह रहे थे कि ये लाइव सेशन हम करें, लेकिन मेरी वजह से और मसरूफियात से हम नहीं कर पा रहे थे. So thank you so much for making me a part of this.
No, thank you so much कि आप अपनी मसरूफियात से थोड़ा वक्त निकाल सकी हमारे लिए. थैंक यू इसके लिए. फराह, इन जनरल कैसी हो आप? क्या चल रहा है?
तो अभी मैं कश्मीर में हूँ और काफ़ी सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स, खासकर मेरा जो द अदर साइड ऑफ मी, सिंस आई कैरी अ लॉट ऑफ आइडेंटिटीज विद मी, तो आई एम ऑल्सो अ फॉर्मल इवेंट होस्ट, सो दैट इज गोइंग ऑन एंड helping some brands to get a presence, a digital presence among the masses.
So quite busy. Now we know why we could not get you पहले ही हमारे podcast पर. फराह, I want to start आज हमारा conversation एक लाइन से जो मुझे बहुत ही खूबसूरत लगती है और मैंने ये एक्चुअली टू बी ऑनेस्ट आपके यहाँ से पढ़ा है. ये लाइन है, जहाँ है तेरे लिए तू नहीं जहाँ के लिए. ये लाइन और फराह ज़ैदी का क्या कनेक्शन है, क्या फिलॉसफी है फराह की इस लाइन के पीछे?
दरअसल काफ़ी अरसे से ये मेरा व्हाट्सएप स्टेटस रहा है कि जहाँ है तेरे लिए और तू नहीं जहाँ के लिए, और ये अल्लामा इकबाल का एक शेर है, उसकी पूरी नज़्म है और इसमें बीच में दिस लाइन इज देयर एंड आई रेजोनेट अ लॉट विद दिस लाइन because since I'm a woman, I'm a girl, I have also had my experiences and my share of challenges in life. And I've also gone through that phase when I realized that patriarchy has taken over so much that women have to be and are contained in that वो दायरा, जो सोच का दायरा जो बना हुआ है, उस दायरे को तोड़ने के लिए, उस दायरे से बाहर निकलने के लिए मुझे ये एक लाइन इतनी पावरफुल लगती है that we as women should believe deeply and should have this vision towards the world and to the people of this world, that this world is made for us. We are not made for this world. So that is the philosophy, and that is how I see myself, that I never want to be contained in somebody's daira, in somebody's thoughts. I am as free as I want to be, and this world is for me, and God has created things to bestow you with the best, and we have to use the resources to channelize our skill sets and channelize ourselves into better humans. So that is my vision of जहाँ है मेरे लिए मैं नहीं जहाँ के लिए.
पर अब बहुत ही खूबसूरती आपने इसको समराइज किया है. तो मैं ये कह सकती हूँ कि आई कैन रेजोनेट आपसे. आप क्या कह रही हो दायरे के बारे में स्पेशली. सो टॉकिंग अबाउट दायरा यहाँ पे फराह, एशियन विमेन और दायरा, इसके बारे में आपका क्या ख्याल है?
तो देखिए, साउथ एशिया जो है, मुझे लगता है कि वो जो एक प्रिमिटिव सोच रही है कि जब we were in a state where men had to be hunters and gatherers and women had to be at home, take care of children, bear children, and they had to अपनी civilizations को आगे बढ़ाना था, or that role was restricted to women because at that time it was very natural. There were no machines. The labor-intensive tasks, the muscular tasks had to be done by men and go out of home and do things. There were no industries, there was no service sector. जो आज जितने सेक्टर्स हैं, आज जितनी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं, आज जितने काम करने के मौके हैं, तब इतने ज्यादा नहीं थे. तब mankind was just wanting to survive and save themselves from wild animals, predators and other things. वो role जो women को तब, she took it because she was not so muscular and she stayed at home. तो वो role कहीं ना कहीं culturally जो है perpetuate होता आया है and we are still unable to get out of those. Though the West still doesn't believe that women's place is in kitchen and do the chores and other things, but Southeast Asia as such has not been able to come out of that thinking. By this, I never mean to say that we should borrow ideologies or copy Western ideas or implement things borrowed from them, never at all. We have our own social fabric. We are Orientalists. Our literature has been very rich. We have so many things to learn from, to even learn from our past. But somewhat, ये difference जो मुझे दिखाई देती है that we are not able to liberate ourselves completely. And liberation doesn't mean taking your clothes off. What current day feminists mean, because they do not also understand the definitions. It is a Western concept. It was, started, a movement was started from there. But there have been women in Asia, आप अफगानिस्तान की बात कर लें, आप पाकिस्तान की बात कर लें, आप हिंदुस्तान की बात कर लें, यहाँ की वो ख़वातीन या ऐसे मर्द हज़रात जिन्होंने औरतों के हुकूक़ की बात की है, I'm talking about the current times, are much better than them and they have sound grounds जिन पर वो बात करते हैं, औरतों के हुकूक़ की बात करते हैं, whether they derive their philosophies from religion or whether they interpret the religion rightly. Because South Asia is also responsible for interpreting the scriptures to cage women into their own thoughts and not contextualized things for women.
But then would you say कि the society definition of the role of a woman, just taking the example of Southeast Asian society, आपके opinion में, do you think that religion, region and the cultural norms, उनका influence है on how the women is expected to behave?
Absolutely. I guess culture is one of the biggest things to create gender roles, to define these roles for women and men. And then to stereotype. A lot of stereotypes exist in society because they were created, out of socializations, out of conditioning, out of culture. And nobody was there to counter them. Nobody really understood that किसी मजहब से belong करने से पहले we are humans. मजहब बहुत बाद में आया. पहले इंसान आया है. So मजहब का आना ही, I often say it, whatever religion you belong to, like however you perceive God, but every religion has come to revolutionize your thinking, to set that pattern कि इंसान को जो है तहजीब सिखाने के लिए, because हम already जो थे बात तहजीब नहीं थे, that's why हमें मजहब की जो है ज़रूरत ही पड़ी. तो of course this culture, this society, the people living in it have a greater role in deciding कि what role should be performed by whom. और कभी कभार नोएल ये इतना ज़्यादा strict हो जाता है, ये division of labor इतना strict हो जाता है that women feel very difficult to come out of it. Not everybody wants to stay at home. There is nothing wrong in staying at home and taking care of children, but people have different aspirations. And let's normalize that. Let's not pick and choose women who do not stay at home and who do not do things at home. But this is very common in our societies because we are very strongly bound to cultural norms and we associate lot of meaning and lot of substance to culture and social norms. मुझे लगता है जितनी हमारी ceremonies और जितनी हमारी रस्म रिवाज हैं उतने शायद किसी सोसाइटी में नहीं होंगे. और शादियों की ही बात कर ले तो साउथ एशियन शादियां जो है, माय गॉड, I mean, इतनी रस्में हैं that one feels कि मैं शादी ना करूँ तो better है. We have taken culture a very on our hearts. We are not ready to leave it. Something that's a hindrance to your freedom of expression should be left.
When I'm talking about the culture norms and of course आपने rightly you said कि it influences the way हम women को define करते हैं. But आज के हालात जो माहौल है, I mean let's take the example of the Kolkata rape and murder case, the gender-based violence, let's say violence against women in a nutshell. आप एक strong and passionate advocate रही हैं violence against women, आपने बहुत काम किया है इस direction में. मेरा question होगा फरा कि जब हम जो बात कर रहे थे कि religion, region जो influence होता है, do you think when we talk about or think about gender-based violence, उसका भी इसमें कुछ रोल है और आपके एक्सपीरियंस से?
बिल्कुल है नोएल, मैं आपको ये बताऊं, शुरू अगर हम अपने मीडिया इंडस्ट्री से ही करें, बॉलीवुड से अगर शुरू करें, आप अगर कुछ साल पीछे जाएं तो आपको ऐसी मूवीज भरी पड़ेंगी जहां रेप के बगैर एक मूवी हिट ही नहीं होती. You know, for a movie to be a super hit, rape was an important component of it. या फिर even if you see कि जो बहुत फेमस मूवीज रही हैं, चाहे उनके डायरेक्टर्स बहुत बड़े बड़े डायरेक्टर्स, करण जौहर फॉर दैट मैटर, जिन्होंने अपोलोजाइज भी अभी रिसेंटली किया, बट दीज अपॉलॉजीज वोंट डू एनीथिंग, क्योंकि इंडिया के हर थिएटर में ये मूवीज हर इतवार को लगातार चलती हैं और वही ऑडियंस है जो जाकर ये देखता है और जिनका जहन ये सोचता है शायद ये सब चीजें नॉर्मल हैं, ये सोसाइटी का हिस्सा हैं, क्योंकि our media industry has been responsible in making people realize that it's okay to कि कोई लड़की अगर चल रही है तो उसका पीछा करना, stalking is normal.
Yes.
है ना? So if teasing is normal, किसी को छेड़ना is very normal, it's very okay, it's being macho, it's not. And ये conditioning जो है ये घरों में अगर रोका भी नहीं जाता, घरों में जो तरबियत होती है, हम कब I don't think any parent speaks to their boys about these things very openly. The right age to talk about is when they attain the age of puberty, when they start attaining the age of puberty. I think aajkal to now so much has changed that children mature early than the children 10 years back, because they have access to mobile phones, they have access to technology, they have access to so many things. और हमारा क्योंकि समाज जो है हम खुलकर बच्चों से बात नहीं करते, हालांकि वो ऑलरेडी एक्सपोज हैं इन सब चीजों को, दे इंटरैक्ट विद देयर फ्रेंड्स. आजकल छोटे छोटे बच्चों को ऐसी ऐसी चीजें पता है, जब हम उनकी एज के थे तो हमें शायद बिल्कुल पता भी ना होता, ऐसे ऐसे अल्फाज उनको मालूम. तो मुझे लगता है ऑफ कोर्स हमारी ये सोच जो है, ये कल्चर जो है, is responsible for perpetuating, for aggravating and increasing the cases of violence against women. And one important thing is that देखिए नोएल, यूजुअली ऐसा होता है कि जब एक सोसाइटी एडवांस करती है, फॉर एग्जांपल जब इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन आई तो हमें लगा कि सोसाइटी इज एडवांस. जितना ज्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांस करती आई है उतना वुमेन के अगेंस्ट क्राइम बढ़ते आए. होना तो ये चाहिए था कि जितना सोसाइटी जो है रिवोल्यूशनाइज करे, जितना साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांस कर रही है, इनोवेशंस, इन्वेंशंस आनी, उतने क्राइम रेट कम होनी चाहिए थी. बट उतना ज्यादा क्राइम रेट बढ़ रही है बिकॉज नाउ पीपल हैव एक्सेस टू ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग. डिजिटल प्रेजेंस, somebody is making a fake profile and targeting a girl, bullying her, harassing her, molesting her. अवतार बना के रेप केसेस सामने आते हैं, डिजिटल स्पेसेस में रेप्स हो रहे हैं, And also कोलकाता रेप केस की आपने बात की, recently a study came out and it showed कि सबसे ज्यादा सर्च जो लोगों ने कोलकाता रेप केस के बाद गूगल सर्च इंजन में सबसे ज्यादा सर्च ये किया गया था, रेप वीडियो. What? That shows the mindsets of people, that they wanted to see how did this happen, where are we going, and then nobody talks openly about it. If all of us, each one of us, start it at our homes by telling this कि नहीं हमारे साथ ये चीजें हुई हैं, and this can happen anywhere, this can even happen at homes, this has happened at homes.
Yes.
Even homes have not been safe for girls, younger girls. Sometimes known people do it. The crimes against child sexual abuse जो है known लोग के जरिए ही होता है.
जी.
और इसमें जो है the culture of silence is responsible for not eradicating it from society. The culture of seeing men will be men is across, unfortunately, across Asia, and it's not going, and we let them go away with it. Rapes are a new normal, unfortunately, in our country and in other Asian countries, and which should not be. And of course, this culture, the norms, and these strict, codes developed by people, developed by men, are responsible for not addressing the issues as it should have been addressed.
But then, Farah, you rightly pointed out the culture of silence. I mean, हम एक side पे बात करते हैं about women empowerment, about feminism, एंड ऑन द अदर साइड हम कल्चर ऑफ साइलेंस को एक्चुअली प्रोपगेट करते हैं अपने ही घरों में. इन अ वे women are responsible, I would also say, for
not speaking up.
not speaking up. And also women are responsible, I'm not saying कि wholly responsible, but at least partially responsible. कोई अगर बात करना चाहता है तो उसको दबाने के लिए भी. This is at least मेरा impression.
इनफैक्ट मैं आपको इसकी एक एग्जांपल दूं नोएल की. पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट का इस्तेमाल मैं भी बहुत ज़्यादा करती हूँ. अपने कॉलेज के दौरान भी किया है, यूनिवर्सिटी के दौरान भी किया है. अभी भी अगर मुझे कहीं जाना था, आई वुड प्रेफर पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट rather than taking out my own car and तो पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट में हर दिन 3-4 लड़कियां on an average are harassed in in buses, in somos. And harassment or molestation doesn't always have to be a rape.
Yes.
It starts from things that are difficult to identify, that are difficult for somebody to see कि भाई ये भी this is also a form of violence. Violence is not just beating a woman, and when you see women bleeding and bruised, you think that she is a victim of violence. No, violence is also like intruding somebody's personal space, unnecessarily rubbing your shoulders with them in a bus, or just trying to lean on a girl and giving the वो कि overcrowded bus तो मेरे पास तो जगह ही नहीं है बैठने की. And you also see when men sit in a bus, जो वो सीट 2 लोगों के लिए बनी थी, they would sit like उन्हीं की सारी space and nobody else has to sit on that seat. That is because they are not socialized. उनको ये समझाया नहीं गया है कि public conduct is something that has to be learned. आदाब जिंदगी होते हैं. हर चीज में आपको आदाब की जरूरत पड़ती है. It's not that you are a free person and you go out and you live as you want. No, your liberty is subject to how there are other people also living. Liberty is not absolute. It is relational. It is with respect to others. It can never be absolute when you are into public. And this culture of silence, I'm telling you, nobody is reporting it. And because कि अगर हम बात करेंगे इस बारे में, we said कि यार हर जगह फितने ही उठाते हो, हर जगह मतलब प्रॉब्लम ही है आपको हर जगह से, फिर घर पे ही बैठे हो,
ऐसे कैसे चलेगा फिर?
The people, I have heard most of the people कि then you should not come out, you should not go to such places. If you feel harassed, you should simply not go there. No. Make your boys understand. Stop your boys from doing this instead of telling us to stay back at home and do not go out and don't use your freedom of movement, freedom of expression. तो हर एक चीज पे खवातीन के ऊपर उंगली उठाना is not the right approach. And this approach is very, very, very much prominent in our society, in South Asian societies especially, that we'll always tell a woman to cover up and not to get raped. भाई जिन्होंने rape किए, they have also raped women who were covered head to toe, have raped 3 months old babies.
Yeah, Farah, it's a sad situation of society, the bitter truth. मैंने आज तक एक लड़की से मिली नहीं हूँ मैं आज तक जिसको ऐसे एक्सपीरियंस नहीं हुआ है जहाँ पे eve teasing and sexual abuse or professional or public places में that, or personal space, family spaces में they did not experience it. This shows a very sad situation for women. And then coming back to the point, Farah, about educating your boys and men and not always finger pointing लड़की के ऊपर कि maybe तुम बुर्खा पहन के जाओगी तो maybe you are more safer, which is not the truth, isn't it? So what do you think, in your opinion, how can men and boys be effectively engaged in so that they also have their role to play in violence against women? What can they do, positively?
So see, going back to where it should start, because I always believe in nipping the evil in the bud and preventing rather than curing it. So it all starts at your home. अपने घरों पर जब आप अपने बेटों को, बेटियों को जो है इस मुतल्लिक बताएंगे, and of course see, अगर मजहब आया तहजीब सिखाने के लिए, so take things from religion. I don't think any religion talks against women. Every religion has talked about the rights of all genders, of preventing the rights and promoting the rights of all genders. A woman is somebody जिसको खुदा ने खुद एक दर्जा दिया. आप कोई नहीं होते हो उसको दर्जे से नीचे उतारने वाले. तो घरों से रिलीजन को उठाकर जो है उसको जिंदगी में अमलाना would be one thing where to start. The second would be educational institutions, of course, because आजकल education is more accessible now. I guess most of children have now access to education, whether it's community schools, whether it's formal educational institutions, whether it's through digital spaces or using their mobile phones to take some course or anything, I guess काफी वक्त बदल चुका है. Now we have access to education. I mean, the scenario is not same for everybody. There are still countries जहाँ पे wars की वजह से और बाकी चीज़ों की वजह से education उस तरह से नहीं है. But still जहाँ पे है, वहाँ पे educational institutions में gender studies को compulsory कर देना. That means have an exclusive academic discipline that teaches about gender, in which we study के आज तक की moments क्या रही है, what have been the history of crimes against women, how does this psychology of discrimination, what is the genesis of discrimination against women, where we also teach about the redressal mechanisms. Tell me one thing, Noel, अगर disaster management is a subject in 9th-10, if environmental science is a subject in our NCERT syllabus, why not gender study? Is it not the high time when every minute there is a rape case registered in India? And talking about the cases which are reported, not about the cases which go unreported.
Yes, correct.
It is high time to include gender studies as an academic discipline in schools at primary level. Maybe then we can think that society is little better for women. Third, strong censorship over such media channels, over such movies, which are perpetuating the culture of violence and normalizing violence against women. Stopping those movies and those podcasts and such people, banning them entirely. Because they are promoting this culture. They have a great role to play. I'm telling you, 90% of the boys are such because they have watched Karan Johar's movies, Purani movies. That's why they are stalking and they are wo sitiyan marte. If you stop that or pornography, it is still not banned in our countries. We still have so many websites that load very easily. और आजकल तो बच्चों के हाथों में फोन होता है, so you have to stop, you have to ban it. Government has a role to play in this regard. And fourth important thing, that laws have to be stern. They are still not stern. You see Kolkata rape case, okay, West Bengal changed a few laws, amended it, but see how long will it take to just punish the rapists, because it was a gang rape. So it will take a lot. Nirbhaya rape case, you also know how long it takes for justice to be delivered. So these mechanisms have to be strong, stern, and there has to be accountability. It can't go like this. I always say it, मैंने पिछली बार ही बोला, चोरी नहीं है रेप. चोर को फिर भी छोड़ा जा सकता है, माफ कर दिया जा सकता है कि कोई मजबूरी होगी. रेपिस्ट को माफ करने की कोई गुंजाइश ही नहीं.
But I have rightly also said the role of government यहाँ पे बहुत ही prominent हो जाता है ना? Education system को कौन बदलेगा? सदियों से वही है. I can remember जब मैं 8th या 9th standard में थी, we had basic chapter on reproduction system. मैं ज़्यादा भी कुछ नहीं कह रही हूँ. Male and female reproduction system.
Yeah.
ये भी हमें नहीं पढ़ाया गया है because it was a taboo in the society. हम जहाँ पे we are living.
Absolutely. हाँ, मुझे भी याद है नोएल, हमारा 12th में there was a chapter on reproduction and our teacher in school just skipped it. Just like that, and he could not teach it. But I was grateful that I went for tuitions and there was this teacher who taught me everything so well. And he was the first person who actually gave me sex education. Before that, I was not even exposed to such things. I didn't even know what my rights are, what is consent, and what are other things.
But then Farah, you are the lucky few who really, from that generation, had this opportunity to understand what is sex, having a sex education, understand the meaning कि bad touch and good touch क्या होता है. Yeah? अगर आपके स्कूल में नहीं पढ़ाया जा रहा है, आपके घर में नहीं पढ़ाया जा रहा है, तो आप कहाँ सीखोगे, आपको क्या पता चलेगा. And then another point of the media portrayal of masculinity. इतना the concept of alpha male, toxic masculinity इतना बढ़ गया है. And no wonder that I think every second guy out there is relating to the image of, let's say, I'm taking an example of randomly Ranbir Kapoor from Animal. It's such a toxic behavior that a man can, have. So yeah, then...
Or for that matter, Kabir Singh.
Or for that matter, thank you for bringing it up. Kabir Singh, for me, that is the most toxic portrayal of lover boy, Yes, for example, and everybody, if ये normalize हो रहा है, तो वो यही कहेंगे ना कि yeah, then this is also okay for us. But then the role of the government really comes here. And I hope the government really takes, at least now, Nirbhaya के बाद नहीं हुआ है, at least Kolkata rape case के बाद, they really try to take this into consideration, serious consideration, yeah?
Absolutely, and it should not be delayed. I mean, these things should be like the fastest. I mean, the courts for them should be like working day in and day out to address this. People should not sleep. Like, people who are addressing rape cases should not even sleep and just try to get the justice as early as possible. And जब इतने सारे सबूत हैं, इतनी सारी चीजें हैं, why did it take so much time to arrest people?
That's the sad part about the justice system. I mean, the justice delayed, justice denied. क्या फायदा उसका? Of course, I mean, we need justice, but इतना time लग रहा है in a country like India जहाँ पे you can do. I think fast track हो सकता है ऐसे cases. I do not know Farah where we can go and appeal.
Absolutely. And Noel, also, I am somebody, see, my opinions are very different. Some might agree to it, some might feel very offended when I talk about my opinions. I strongly believe that letting different communities to use their personal laws to address issues would be one deterrent. You cannot have a universal law for everybody. You cannot have a universal code of conduct for everybody. Either it should be so stern that har koi maan jaye, nahi, this is something that can set a pattern. I think, communities have a better way of dealing with crimes than waiting for the government to address it and to find a law in a constitution and then address it and then understand what are the implications and stress too much about the definitions for that matter. I swear legal language इतनी difficult होती है that if I am a victim of violence and I am given a legal paper, I won't be able to understand what is it talking about. So action is missing and there is more stress on definitions, on clauses, and how many, like a clause within a clause, a sub-clause, and this and that. Law has to be understood by everybody. Law is not somebody that is to be contained in books. It is something that is a way of life that sets patterns and that curbs social evils from society. It has to be very open, it has to be very accessible, it has to be very lucid and very simple. You cannot make legal terminology so difficult that they're not understood by common people.
But then Farah, in a country like India, a democratic country where of course it's governed by laws, I think आप जो suggest कर रही है, it's not so easy to implement, isn't it?
No, it isn't. It's just my opinion that it is a way out, and it isn't. I am living in a democratic country. I know it won't be acceptable, but this is my belief. This is my personal belief that if I am allowed to use my personal law for safeguarding my rights, I will be in a much better position than I am right now.
Understood, Abba. Farah, you have been associated with NGOs who work, who try to bring a social change, social awareness, and work for violence against women. My question होगा कि in your experience, just take the example of Kashmir for that matter, जहाँ से आप belong करती हो. ये जो NGOs है, do you think in the end, they want to bring legal reforms in the life of the society, or let's say of the victim? They try their best. Did you see in your own experience in Kashmir any changes happening through these NGOs?
So, see, Noel, जहाँ government जहाँ नहीं पहुँच पाती, NGOs वहाँ पहुँचती हैं. And these non-governmental organizations and such, चाहे वो women-specific, women-centric organizations हो या फिर semi-government organizations हो, who develop their own projects, who work on their own terms in society, have been able to change a lot of things. मैंने जिन NGOs के साथ काम किया है, I have clearly seen the difference in the mindsets of people wherever I have been, in the communities that I go. And because we develop training modules, seeing the social fabric, keeping in view that what training module would be suitable in my community, for my people, that they understand that what is violence, where is it coming from, how to address it. And it happens, one step at a time. It doesn't go like एक NGO community में जाते सब कुछ बदल जाता है overnight. It doesn't happen like that.
Is it effective in that case, do you think?
It is effective. Yes, it is. It is just that the people working in the NGO should be very specialized, very trained, and should be educated to a level that they are able to believe that they go in a community, they will be able to change something at least. And with a mindset that, yes, I am doing this not because I want something back, just because I want my society to be a little better for the girls, for the women, towards all the genders. There have been NGOs in Kashmir, Noel, who work on rights of transgenders. And believe me, I have seen how beautiful work they do, how they have been able to change the perceptions of people towards transgenders, and through making documentaries or through writing books on them, involving them into seminars, into workshops, and that has changed the mindsets of people. So that is one thing. The other thing is, these NGOs are also, something that people look up to. देखें, आप जब जलजला आता है और जब कोई चीज बिखर जाती है तो उसको उसी वक्त समेटना पड़ता है. You can't wait for 3 years. You can't wait for 2 years. और जो घर वाला हो वो बेचारा बगैर घर के रहे. ऐसे मौकों पे NGOs are working like anything. They are working tirelessly. And I'm so grateful that I've had the chance, God gave me a chance to work with such NGOs which were working on grassroots level. We were reaching in communities जहाँ पे बहुत मुश्किल से किसी और को access मिलता, वहाँ तक पहुँचना, लोगों से बात करना, interact करना. कभी कभार आपको बहुत कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है. कभी कभार आपकी एक जो बात आप तोल कर करते हैं वो बात किसी का परसेप्शन बदल देती है, किसी का माइंडसेट बदल देती है. जरूरत इस बात की होती है कि आप जाएं और करें, आप समझें कि नहीं इसकी जरूरत है. एंड देन देयर आर आल्सो पीपल हु आर सिटिंग बैक रिलैक्सिंग कि मेरे करने से क्या ही होगा. अगर हर कोई यही सोचे तो फिर तो कुछ नहीं होगा.
फरा, आई मीन वी नो कि कश्मीर एक कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जोन था, है,
बिल्कुल है जी.
है. ऐसे माहौल में फरा, आप जब बोल रही थी तो मैं सोच रही थी कि ऐसे माहौल में आप ये कैसे कर पाई उधर जाकर फील्ड पर.
देखने वाले पहले अभी भी आई हैव नॉट डन सो मच ऑफ वर्क. ये सच में आसान नहीं है. कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में माँ बाप भी और ज्यादा घबराते हैं एक ऐसे जोन में कि लड़की जब देर से घर आती है, बिकॉज देयर आर कार्डन्स, कभी कभार आर्मीज एवरीवेयर एंड देयर आर बंकर्स एवरीवेयर. एंड देन एक दहशत है अभी भी आर्मी से हमें, क्योंकि पुरन पोस्टपोरा केस के बाद से we don't feel very safe. So but that zeal inside me, I have to do this. And then the role of people like my own parents who supported me, my mother especially, because ladki ki zindagi mein the role a mother plays is unimaginable. So the role she played in my life, she's herself a very fearless, and I've never seen her sitting at home. She will keep doing something. So maybe that upbringing has made me who I am and so brave, and I will not be caged by societal norms. I won't think कि नहीं चलो अब बाहर ही निकलते, it is not safe to go out. I would rather go out, slap a man who's trying to मेरा पीछा कर रहा हो, you're trying to do anything wrong. I would rather slap him and still go out rather than sitting at home and thinking no, there are bad men out there.
That needs a lot of courage. And of course फरा, जैसे आपने कहा कि ये is something that आप अपने घर से भी सीखते हो. That courage also comes from your own family and your family members. And इसी line I'm trying to join here यहाँ पे फरा कि we spoke about the Western culture and our East Asian culture, the difference when it comes to rights of women. Yeah, and what do you think is the real difference यहाँ पे?
I guess one big difference is that the voices are more heard there compared to here. The voices are more silenced here usually. And by silencing the voices, what I mean is, अगर मैं यहाँ एशिया की किसी कंट्री में रहकर ख़वातीन के हकूक़ की बात करती हूँ और उस पर जो कमेंट्स आते हैं कंपेयर टू वेस्ट में, अगर कोई सिमिलर वुमन औरतों के हकूक़ की बात करती है और उस पर जो कमेंट्स आते हैं उनमें ज़मीन आसमान का फ़र्क होता है. मेरे कमेंट्स ये होंगे कि आप पहले अपना पर्दा कर लो, आप पहले घर पर बैठो, आपको किसने बोला बाहर आकर बात करने के लिए. वहाँ पर ये चीजें people have already come out of this, like this doesn't even exist anywhere.
Doesn't even exist.
It would be based on some other thing. It would be like your arguments are not appropriate, you're not speaking facts, no, this is not the statistics, this is the actual statistics. Those are the comments there. And here people will be commenting more about your appearance. Oh, you're looking so lovely, you're looking so beautiful, you're looking like this and that, instead of like what am I saying? Like this face is, yes, it is part of my identity, but it is not everything. If I just have to show my face, I won't say anything. I'll post my picture. That would be like about my appearance. But when I'm talking, then you have to pay attention to what I am talking. So that is the difference. Like how I see the West is little different. But at the same time, I again am emphasizing that we do not need to borrow anything from West. So, but one thing that women have, their voices are heard, they're more vocal, they are seen, their identities are felt everywhere, their presence is felt everywhere, and here we prefer to be like hide our women and keep them locked in some closet and let them not come out and have an individuality.
But then there must be something that each of us, both the Western women and the Asian women, can learn from each other.
Absolutely, so much.
One, I think, is being vocal. That's something we can really learn from the Western culture, from the Western women. Are there any other things that you see?
Yes. Refine your form of expressions. Because the way they are making use of technology to, reach out, and the way they are making use of technology to be heard, to have bristles, we are not able to do that. We would rather be scared of a new thing and a new gadget, and just not use it instead of women there. I have seen, like in West, even if they are plumbers, even if they are homemakers, they still know how to use a computer. They still have access to technology. They still know about, social media. They know how to make podcasts. They know a lot of things. They are mechanics, they are carpenters. There's so much more than being just women. So here we are a little scared to take up the roles, and we are a little scared of technology, South Asian women. We would see like 1 in 100 or 1,000 women who knows how to, fly a plane, or who knows how to, drive a tractor. जब हमें देखने को मिलता है, तो that's inspirational for us. That is, I want that to be very normal. I want that to be everywhere. I want every single woman to know how to use a mobile phone, how to use a computer, how to drive a car. So that's one big difference.
I can see what you're saying, because I see that difference. I mean, I live in Germany and I really see the women here and the women back home, the difference. So yes, so I can understand, Farah.
Women in South Asia, on a lighter note, Noel, are more concerned about how to make a roti goal.
Oh my God, Farah, thank you. यार पूरी जिंदगी गोल रोटी बनाने में निकल जाएगी ऐसे लगता है, या डिफेंड करने के लिए कि मैं गोल रोटी क्यों नहीं बना सकती.
So we have to let go of these strong grains. There's this शेर of Kafi Asmi, his नज़्म, और उनकी नज़्म के कुछ शेर हैं जिसमें बीच में ये भी है कि तोड़ ये अज़्म शिकन, दगदाग ये पंद भी तोड़, तेरी खातिर है जो जंजीर वो सौगंध भी तोड़, कि बन के तूफान छलकना है उबलना है तुझको, लड़खड़ाएगी कहाँ तक कि संभलना है तुझको, अपनी तारीख का उनवा बदलना है.
Lovely, Farah, lovely. Thank you very much. I mean, these are gems that people like me are not aware of. Yeah, thank you for हमें बताने के लिए. So I can go back and it's so touching. It's so touching, to be honest.
Thank you.
I mean, it's meant for us, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is.
Farah, then हम क्या करते हैं अब? We go to our next segment. This is called the Rapid Vichar. So here what I want to do, Farah, thoda try to get the flavor of Farah's Saidi. Yeah, I try.
Okay, now I'm ready for it.
Okay. Then Farah, मेरा पहला question होगा हमारे Rapid विचार के लिए. If you have any favorite Kashmiri saying, what would that be?
Okay, it would be because see, in Kashmir we speak different languages. I'm a Pahari girl, so I don't know Kashmiri much. But there's a saying in Pahari which my nani says. I would rather prefer to because it is from Kashmir again. Pahari is also spoken in Kashmir. So she says कि मुँह पे ज़बान रास्ता मैदान, which means अगर आपके मुँह में ज़बान है, अगर आप बोल सकते हो तो आपके लिए रास्ता मैदान. Which is the other side of the things, because usually women are asked to keep silent ki thopche rupsals, which is a Kashmiri phrase which says ki खामोश करना ही बेहतर है. But my nani has taught me that मुंह में ज़बान तो रास्ता मैदान.
सही है, बहुत खूबसूरत. दूसरा क्वेश्चन, फराह, एक लेसन नोन फैक्ट कश्मीर के बारे में जो शायद आप पूरे इंडियंस हिंदुस्तानियों को बताना चाहती हो. One lesson on fact.
एक ऐसा fact that we are not terrorists.
You are not. As it is sad situation, but yes, yeah. Okay, then Farah, मेरा तीसरा सवाल. You do a lot of field work. You have done a lot of field work, है ना? One interesting fact और reality check जो आपको मिला अपनी field work से.
कि हम अपनी ही तकलीफों में खोए रहते हैं. जब हम बाहर निकल कर देखते हैं तो दुनिया में इतनी तकलीफें हैं और इतनी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड तकलीफें हैं कि that you should always feel grateful कि आपके सर पर एक छत है रहने के लिए. आपके पास पहनने को कपड़े हैं और आपके पास 2 वक्त की रोटी है, आई मीन दैट्स ऑल वन नीड्स टू सर्वाइव। बाकी दुनिया में ऐसे लोग हैं जो हर दिन बेसिक चीज़ों के लिए जो है स्ट्रगल करते हैं। तो ऐसे में वन शुड, or more than worrying about which lipstick shade you should wear, you should be worried about like what am I going to contribute today in the world.
वाह, थैंक यू। आई मीन ये बेसिक चीज़ है जो हम भूल जाते हैं। पर देन आप इतना डाइवर्स कंटेंट बनाती हो, यू आर कंटेंट क्रिएटर, यू आर सोशल मीडिया इन्फ्लुएंसर, है ना? आप कैसे इंश्योर करती हो कि आपका जो कंटेंट है इट रिफ्लेक्ट्स द diverse voices and perspective from Kashmir? Let's take the example of Kashmir here.
Okay, so content creation journey is little recent, but I try to keep it local in a sense that I am more vocal about brands who are like locally based, about arts and crafts that are local. I usually keep it very local. And then also the fact that I stress a lot in making content in Urdu. So that's one thing कि ताकि मेरी आवाज़ जो है वो अक्सर लोगों तक पहुँचे. Urdu has been an official language of Kashmir as well. So it's mostly understood by all. यहाँ communities जो बहुत सी ज़बानें बोलती हैं कश्मीरी के अलावा, जैसे गोजरी, बल्ती, पहाड़ी, शीना, मीरपुरी और भी बहुत सी हैं ज़बानें, तो उन तक भी उर्दू जो है वो पहुंचती है, वो समझ पाते हैं. सो दैट्स हाउ आई ट्राई टू कीप अ बैलेंस. और उसके अलावा आई गेस समटाइम्स माय अटायर एज वेल स्पीक्स फॉर इटसेल्फ.
Okay, and then the follow-up question would be, Farah, how do you see the younger generation in Kashmir using social media to express their identity and aspiration?
I guess a lot of them are doing very good work. They are recognizing the importance of their voices through the use of social media and making effective use. There are incredible content creators in Kashmir, the younger ones. I mean, they are doing amazing work. Some are bikers, some are adventurers, some are climbers, some are travelers, and they are showing us their work. I mean, I have never seen these places that these young people go to. I mean, these boys and girls go to, and then they show us, and I'm like, ये कश्मीर में ऐसी जगह भी है, ये तो किसी को पता भी नहीं था. So they have been able to, make effective use of social media.
Farah, thank you so much for answering the questions. आपने बहुत ही बढ़िया आंसर दिए हैं इसके.
बहुत शुक्रिया.
एक पार्टिंग क्वेश्चन है हमारे एपिसोड का, आई वांट टू आस्क यू इज, अगर आपको कोई मैसेज देना है हमारे लिसनर्स को जो कि सर्वाइवर्स थे, जेंडर बेस्ड वायलेंस के सर्वाइवर्स, और जो कुछ डिफरेंस लाना चाहते हैं, वो क्या होगा?
जी, पहले तो सर्वाइवर्स के लिए ये आसान नहीं है कि जब आप कोई चीज़ फील करते. देयर आर सर्वाइवर्स ऑफ एसिड अटैक्स इन आवर सोसाइटी. देयर आर सर्वाइवर्स ऑफ रेप्स लिविंग इन आवर सोसाइटी. दैट you are somebody के जो इतना सब होने के बाद सर्वाइव कर रही हैं और समाज में जी रही हैं और अपनी एक आवाज़ है आपकी. और ऐसे हम बहुत सारी लड़कियां ऐसी हैं who then started up after being a victim of acid attack, have started to speak about these issues. You are incredible. You are inspirational. You are a woman. That it itself is a blessing. And we are so proud to have you the part of the society, and your presence makes this society a place that will become, inshallah, a place which is equal for everybody, which is gender sensitive, which respects everybody's rights. And also to these survivors, that I feel deeply, deeply pained and sorry for whatever you have to go through. Just because few parents were not able to raise their boys well, you had to go through this. And for the listeners of this podcast, for the viewers of this podcast, I would want to say that speak up, talk about things. The world needs to listen to your thoughts, to your beautiful vision of the world. क्योंकि हम ऐसा समझते हैं कि शायद अब बहुत ज़्यादा पॉडकास्ट हो रही हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा टॉक शोज हो रहे हैं, तो मे बी इट्स नॉट नीडेड. इफ यू थिंक यू आर एनी वे डिफरेंट, लेट द वर्ल्ड नो यू, लेट द वर्ल्ड हेयर यू आउट, बिकॉज यू नेवर नो व्हाट चेंज इज इट मेकिंग. क्योंकि चीज़ों को जहाँ पहुँचना होता है नोएल, वो पहुँचती हैं. आप बस सही मीडियम का इस्तेमाल करें.
Farah, thank you. I mean, the last thing what you said is, जहाँ चीज़ें जिसको जहाँ पे पहुँचना है वो पहुँच ही जाती है. मैं और प्रियंका, रश्मिता, समटाइम्स वी आर लाइक थिंकिंग, हम जो कर रहे हैं क्या वो रीच हो रहा है जहाँ पे हम चाहते हैं. And the line that you said gave me so much more motivation, and power under. I can't tell you, I can't express that feeling. Thank you so much for it. वापस मुझे याद दिलाने के लिए.
No, we are all, see, few decades back, we would never imagine कि social media जैसी कोई चीज होगी, इंटरनेट जैसी कोई चीज होगी कि जो लोगों को इतना ज़्यादा कनेक्ट कर देगी. You are right now in Germany. I am here in Kashmir and we are connected and we are talking. Who would have thought about it few decades back? I think nobody. So it is possible. So you never know. So आपका रोल इस दुनिया में ये है कि आप अपना रोल निभाएं. वो कहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं वो आपके कंट्रोल में ना कभी था ना कभी होगा. वो कंट्रोल जो है यूनिवर्स का अपना एक मैकेनिज्म होता है उसको कंट्रोल करने का. You do your part. It is said that do your best, God will do the rest.
Yes. Thank you, Farah. Thank you very much for ending our episode on a very, very positive and motivating note. And I got to learn so much from you, I have to say. It was worth the wait.
Thank you so much, Noel. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. मुझे बात करना तो मुझे हमेशा से ही अच्छा लगता है. लेकिन to talk to people, who are on similar lines, जिनकी सोच सेम हो, उनसे बात करना और ज़्यादा खुशी इंसान को महसूस होती है. And someday, inshallah, we can do something together. There are so many opportunities where we can, start something more meaningful.
Inshallah, Farah, inshallah. Yes.
All right, Noel, you take good care of yourself. Give my love to Priyanka and your team. I know there are like couple of people in your team. Give my love to them. And I would want to meet you in person someday.
We will soon. I promise you that.
Thank you so much.
Like, share and subscribe to our channel, HR Vibes.